All right, dear friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing your daily horoscope for Tuesday, the 25th of August, 2020. We got the moon moving into the sign of Sagittarius, the philosopher, right? Now, we got the north node down there in Gemini, the south node in Sagittarius, and the moon's going to obviously meet up with the south node here in just another day and a half. Okay, so it's interesting as what the moon needs, our emotional need right now, is to learn knowledge, seek knowledge from others. However, with the south node being there and the conjunction will continue and we'll pick up the same kind of energy, we think about 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, okay? And in general, we think that those thoughts are right, that we're thinking that whatever we're thinking is concrete, is a solid thought, is truth or reality. Okay, this is well noted and documented scientifically that it is absolutely wrong. That even though we think 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a single day, that the majority of the thoughts that we think are either recycled from yesterday, not creating a new experience, or the thoughts that we're thinking are just not factual. They're not reality to the collective. Okay. So there's a fun kind of paradox that's going on right now where we're seeking knowledge emotionally. We need to seek knowledge of the collective. However, with the North Node, we need to seek our personal, seeking our personal truth, right? So this is definitely a paradox. So when we get into situations where we're seeking or asking truth from somebody else, right? We got the Sun in Virgo. We've got the Mercury home in Virgo. All right. So we're being focused on the information that we're seeking. Mars is over there in the sign of Aries, creating a square to Saturn today. It started on Tuesday and it's exact still, it started on Monday and is exact on Tuesday. I'm like a day off. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Why? Because Mars is the planet of action, getting things done. Right? We're putting one foot in front of another, the foot on the gas pedal, the accelerator. Okay, this is what I need, emotional need. This is what I desire, says Venus. Mars says, I'm going to take action and get it right now. Okay, so Capricorn is about getting things done and bringing things to perfection and to fruition. Okay, out of the earth signs is the cardinal earth sign that says bring things to manifestation. Okay. We've got a lot of earth energy right now. We've got Uranus breaking through in Taurus. Okay, the Sun and Mercury both in the sign of Virgo. Mercury is creating a perfect trine to Uranus today. Okay, breakthrough thoughts, breakthrough communication. This is huge, absolutely huge and fundamental. Necessary for us to step outside of the box, step outside of our comfort zone, outside the rectangle, and do something that might make us feel uncomfortable. But we have to, because that's what the moon is saying. We can't find what we need. We can't have our emotional fulfillment sitting in our safe space. We have to be willing to seek outside of self, outside of the norm for ourselves in order to find that thing, okay? And Mars square to Saturn is about balance, okay? Saturn is the big dog in astrology. Saturn is the brick wall, okay? And he's the commander-in-chief, if you will, in the zodiac, and it's kind of what Saturn says. All right, now the only three planets that are going to defy that is going to be Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. They do not care about the realm of Saturn. Everything else falls within the realm of Saturn. Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Sun, and the Moon. We're all together, okay? Everything else is on the outside of Saturn. Okay, so it's like Saturn is saying, hey, this is what you have to do. This is what you need. This is what we need right now. And you're my errand boy, Mars, to Mars, and you have to do this. And Mars is home in Aries. Okay, so again, I talked about this a little bit ago. It's like that. If you've seen the Christmas Story, it's like the Crisco sled. There's no friction with Mars being home in Aries. It's growth. It's saying yes. It's the weed that somehow makes it through the cement, and it has all this inertia and energy to make that happen. Okay, and Saturn is saying, look, we got to buckle down. We've got to get serious. There's serious things we can play. You know, the time for play was in Leo season. Now it's time to get focused and focus on what exactly we need to do. So the Sun and Mercury both moving into Virgo while Mars is square to Saturn is extremely important for us. It's about that focus. Okay, it would have been completely different energy if the Sun and Mercury were still in the sign of Leo, because that means we want to still play and express our ego. Where now it's just like, hey, we're getting close to crunch time here. You know, it's getting close to harvest season. Did I make sure I've done enough work? And that's what Saturn wants to make sure. We've done the work, that we've done our due diligence, that we've done the job to make sure that we can survive the winter. Okay, so this Mars square to Saturn is really like, hey, are your actions true to where you are headed in life? We have that Neptune sextile to Jupiter. Okay, easy flow of energy between two different signs. Jupiter's about expansion and making things very real in the sign of Capricorn, even with the restrictions of limited resources. Okay, and Mars says, okay, we're going to finish this race no matter what. We're going to finish this race because that's what my boss is telling me that I have to do. I have to finish this race. There's not an option. Quitting is not an option. Mars doesn't quit. Mars doesn't quit. So we have to finish this race. We have to finish it with limited resources. Okay. However, through those limited resources, this is the Neptune-Jupiter connection, is saying, you know, you're going to find yourself through a lack of something. We're going to find ourselves through the lack of having something. You know, we launch our rockets of desires, whether it's something that we know that we want or something that we know that we don't want. And sometimes when we know we don't want something, it's more powerful than knowing exactly what we do want. So the Sun and Mercury are both helping us out there with knowing what we do want, or putting us in the direction of saying, not this, not this, not this, not this. Right? Remember, Virgo the Virgin. Virgin means it's not to be owned by something, not owned by someone is the nature of what virgin means. It has nothing to do with sex. All right. So it's saying I'm not owned by this, and you can't, you know, you have no authority over me or my actions or what I do. Okay. It's about self. The first 6 signs is all about self, right? So it's saying I don't owe anybody anything. I don't have to do what, you know, this or that. I have my free will to say yes to this or no to this. Okay, and when we say no to this, that puts us again more in the direction of what we want to align ourselves with over here, what we're saying yes to. And that Mercury connection to Uranus that's exact today, huge, 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 huge. And it will be a great release from the Saturn square to Mars. Okay, because again, Saturn's wanting to crunch down. We have this authority that's over us, telling us how to maneuver, right? And we have our mental aspects in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, and the Sun, ego self, also in Virgo, saying, you're not my boss. And Saturn saying, yes, I am. You know, there's always a boss. Even if you're your own employee, if you're your own boss, then it's like the client is king, right? Then the client is the boss. And then the word of mouth and reputation. And we have so much 10th house energy, Capricorn, which is how the world views us back, and especially on a professional level. So are we putting up? Are we able to, you know, consistently give the goods? Right? Remember that consistency that we talked about quite often in Leo season, that we need to harness that energy and bring it with us the rest of the year. Consistency is the name of the game. And now Virgo, this is about, you know, mutable sign. Mutable energy is about change. So it's about us staying consistent with the change that's going on. And even if we have this oppression, I don't even want to say oppression, but this outside authority that's telling us to do something or go somewhere or something, we have to figure out our own balance of this. Again, Mars is in Aries is about self. Okay, this is getting back to self, getting back to the roots of self. And Mars is going to be in Aries for a very long time this year, making sure that we understand that there is not a single person outside of self on this planet that is worth us losing our temper, our emotions, you know, and we can love people, and we can, sometimes those people can really hurt us, and sure, but, you know, and our emotions go like this, up and down, but at the end of the day, it's like we're responsible for ourselves, we're responsible for our emotions, we're responsible for how we feel, and this square is creating balance between that. And I think it's a Warren Buffett quote. It's in my head before I'm actually thinking of the quote, but it's like, if words by anybody allows you to, puts you off. I'm not quoting it exactly, but if words by other people, outside source, affect your mood, affect your disposition, affect your energy level, then you're allowing anyone and any words to control your feelings. And this energy is saying, no, we have to put a stop to this. Saturn is the brick wall in astrology. It's not getting by, right? Those boundaries that we were talking about on Monday, creating emotional boundaries, right? It's the brick wall. So, coming back to self, bringing it back to self. Did I even show you this chart yet? My goodness, I'm just sitting here gabbing away. So Mars square to Saturn. All right, Mercury, perfect trine over here today to Uranus. Breakthrough communication, really, really lovely. This is also about money, breakthrough money, the way that we're viewing money, or the way that we're viewing that of which we value. Again, Taurus rules Venus, or is the sign associated with Venus. Venus is about money. It is about that of which we desire on a material possessions. Okay, over here where Venus also rules the 7th house, which is Libra. It's about the relationships, our relationships of what we value with other people. So this is about what we value on a sense of not human beings or animals or things like that, but about things, right? And with Venus being here in the sign of Cancer, about emotions, and also, really the opposition today is quite exact to Jupiter, right? So we have Mars squared to Saturn, Jupiter opposing Venus. These are our two personal planets. And then we have these big dogs that are saying, something needs to change, right? We need more stability within this emotions. And this communication allows us to change how we feel about things. And with this is us saying, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it, but not for you. I'm ready to do it for me. And me doing it for me certainly affects the others and, and business as a whole. Okay? How I'm being viewed to the world as a professional. Right? If I'm staying consistent, if I'm showing up when the things get tough and don't quit. All right? It's a cool day. Cool day. You see we still got this septile going on here. That's going to happen. Septile from the moon over here to Jupiter, to Pluto, to Saturn. That happens every month. The moon creates these connections all the time. That's still really good and still powerful. Again, it's seeking that worldly knowledge and getting outside of our box, getting outside of our comfort zone to seek that knowledge, to have the breakthrough communication that is necessary for this day, right? Emotional breakthroughs. All right. So have a happy Tuesday, my friends. I appreciate you. Appreciate you always. So much love. So much fun I have here talking with you every day and getting to meet you through this. As above, so below. We'll see you tomorrow. Ooh. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow.